The first thing I found out while starting this unit was that 1 month is just not enough time to get through Drawbox lessons 0 through 3. It is just too much of a dense course, and if I want to get anything out of it, I have to take it a bit slower than that. So I'm making the decision to, instead of focusing on lessons 0 through 3, I'm going to do 0 through 2 for this unit. Perspective 2, I'll do 3 through 5, hopefully. And then perspective 3, I will do the last couple lessons of Drawbox. And I'll try to fit in the challenges wherever I think they're needed, and then move things around as my skill demands it. So anyway, this month started off with me being very, very confused. I thought I knew more about perspective than I actually did, and then after watching the lecture by Gary Myers, I believe, I was left very, very confused. The website had a free trial, so I just checked it out, watched a couple of the videos, and was very, very lost. At the beginning, I'd say this stressed me out, but going forward, it gives me a bit more of a purpose, because I know how important perspective is. And because of that, I decided to also let myself have an extra week if I'm not able to complete all of the perspective assignments in just 4 weeks. Simply because perspective is a bit more important to me than just anatomy, as it's a bit more of a fundamental to art, and something I want to strive to perfect, or at least get competent at. What I completed this week was I finished all of Drawbox Lesson 1. It took me a decent amount of time, but it helped that I've tried Drawbox a couple times in the past, and thus had a bit more knowledge to draw from. I was also looking for a bit of a way to practice on the side, something that wouldn't be just drawing boxes or doing the assigned assignments, something that would give me a bit more creativity. And a friend recommended I do traceovers. I've been doing a couple of tracings over interiors that I found on like Zillow or Pinterest or whatever I can find pictures and refs from. Seeing where they are in perspective, kind of like analyzing how they look, how I can apply perspective in a bit more meaningful way. Later in this month, after I do a couple more traceovers, I plan to take a ref, redraw it just using perspective tools and not tracing over it, and then redrawing that same scene in a different perspective. But that's for later in the month. Right now I'm just kind of focusing on traceovers and analyzing those traceovers. Like I said before, I finished all of lesson 1. Now I'm moving on to the 250 box challenge, which I expect will take me about a week. It might take 2 weeks because I want to make sure I take my time with them and don't rush through it. At the rate things are going on now, I'm hoping I'm getting a bit more of a basis in perspective and a bit more of an understanding, but I still need a lot of work before I get a handle on what I'm doing. See you next week.